The deadline to file your taxes is just days away, and there are some important tips to keep in mind. Joining us now is Peter Shishecki with Everything Financial, with what to do after you filed. Good morning, Peter. Good to see you.
Nice to see you, Carrie. Good morning.
Okay, so with tax season nearing an end, what should corporations know? What's different?
Well, with corporations, you actually get 6 months. So you should know the date of your year end for your corporation, and you don't need to panic unless your corporation year end was 6 months ago. So you're given some time. But people who own corporations have to make sure they have all those slips that they needed for their employees, which should have been done a long time ago. But as far as filing goes, if you own a corporation, you've got time on your hands, hopefully, unless it was from last fall.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about repayment. How is that going to work for businesses and nonprofits that benefited from the Canada Emergency Business Account?
Well, remember, if you took advantage of that $40,000 loan, better start planning when you have to pay back your portion, because you do get to keep some, remember. But that's coming up at the end of this year. It seems so long ago that happened in 2020 when COVID took effect of all our lives and the world was turned upside down and businesses were able to get an advance and get $40,000 from the government. There was different benefits out there, but that's the most popular one that we're talking about. But it's later this year, time to pay the piper. CRA wants their cutback. So start planning on how you're going to budget for that, because a lot of people just kind of forgot about it.
Yeah.
So it's coming due later this year. Better make a plan to get that money back to the government.
Yeah. Let's talk about what people's rights are if they owe money and the government wants to make them to make installments on those payments.
Yeah, you have no legal obligation to really have to make installments and make the payments set out by the government. Because what if you're a worker who got dividends or a bonus, or there's excess profit, and it's a one-time thing, but it's not your normal tax return that you owed for last year, and now the government wants you to make payments to get way ahead for next year, but you may not owe next year, or you took a different job, or whatever the case may be. You can always say to the government, no thanks, I'm aware, and as long as you pay what you owe the next year on time, you're fine. Because where's the money going to, suit you better? In your account making interest for you, or in the government's account? And I don't really know what they do with the money, Carrie. I'm not really sure, but
Yeah.
I think you'd rather have it in your hand.
Yeah.
Just make sure you always pay CRA on time. And they're fine if you say, no, I'm good, I'll take care of that later, I'm aware, and then they'll leave you alone.
That's good to know. Hey, last week we were joking about people who leave it to the last minute to file their taxes. We are just days away now, so this really is last minute, wouldn't you say?
This is last minute, Carrie. But one thing to remember that benefit called the CERB that went on and on and on?
Uh-huh.
There's people who forgot that they were getting that in different government benefits in 2021, and all of a sudden they're shocked because they owe taxes. If you were in that situation where you were collecting some of those benefits, people, get your taxes done in the next few days, because you may owe a little more than you think.
A lot of people are in that situation where they want to maybe procrastinate it as long as possible. What's the most down to the wire that you've seen? 'Cause I know that you do taxes through Everything Financial with your clients.
People coming in at 5 or 6 o'clock on the 30th and saying, are you still open? Can I get these done?
Oh my gosh.
And I think Brian hides under his desk and says, I don't want to talk to anybody.
Talk about stress. Yeah, get your taxes done, everyone, and I hope you get a nice refund. Peter Shishecki with Everything Financial. Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks, Carrie. Have a great day.